The reason I don't fucking say anything, so you stink. Fucking stink, man.
What's up, good morning guys, how are you? Alex here from Hoppos, and we're coming back to you guys with another video. It's been a while since we've done a how-to video, and well, I've been getting a lot of DMs on it, and it's just been something I've been trying to do, but it's just kind of been put aside on the back burner along with a lot of other little projects here. But we're gonna get you guys a how-to video on something that's very simple but often overlooked, and it's how to rebuild a Delta dump. Now you guys have to excuse the noise because we are still working right now. So we got the guys grinding away in the back right now, some frame kits, and we got the machine shop in full effect. So you guys might hear some background noise. Excuse that, we are still working, but we're gonna get you guys this video right now. So we're gonna start off with the basics, guys. What is a dump, or what is a Delta style dump? And a Delta dump is pretty much just electronically controlled valve that controls fluid from one point to another point. This is the most common version that is seen nowadays of a Delta style dump. Back in the days, you would see it with a black body with a Delta tag. Could be in yellow wires or black wires, but it is all pretty much the same thing. You got two ports here, one here, and one at the bottom. This port right here and this port is actually going to be free flow. Now we're going to ask, how does a dump work? And it's pretty simple. Now, I mean, you can make it real complicated and stuff like that, but the most simplistic way to explain this is by hitting the switch, you create electricity, you create a magnet, and the magnet actually opens this valve right here, and it actually lets fluid go through. Well, it's pretty simple. These suckers only do one thing, and they just open to release fluid. So these work in conjunction with the check valve. The check valve, the dump pretty much work hand in hand. The check valve is going to hold the pressure, the dump is going to control the pressure to let it know where it needs to go. So it's very, very simple. There's no need to make it complicated. This thing literally opens up, lets fluid go through, and then closes when you let go of the switch. A few common things that you guys could see wrong with a Delta dump here that could happen down the road with using your system, over pressurizing your system, or over locking, and what we call it on the streets is, well, let me show you guys here. Let me pull this guy off real quick. This is the shaft right here, the cartridge shaft. This guy tends to get swollen if you over pressurize it. There's no other way that could happen unless you over pressurize it. So that's one thing that you'll see, and you could tell right away because this guy slides right on and pulls right off. So if this guy is jammed up on here, or you have to use a screwdriver to pry this up, then you know that the shaft is swollen. Another common issue is the main O-ring right in between the cartridge here and the block itself. There's a little O-ring that sits in between there. That tends to blow out when you over pressurize it. So if you over pressurize the system, overlocking the system, that guy will just push right out and you'll have oil dripping. So it's common to see these guys laying down sideways. Let's put this back on so you guys can see what it looks like. And you'll have an oil drip coming out of here. If that is happening, that means at one point or sometime you overlock the system and the oil is coming and bypassing the O-ring through either a blowout or just a little crack or a slit. So that's very common. One way to fix that is obviously just replace the O-ring. So that's what this video is for. It's going to kind of show you guys how it's done, what is a Delta dump, what does it do, and how do you control it. So what you guys see here is an old article that we actually have back from, I want to say 2000, 2001 or something like that. But it is showing you guys a full breakdown of what a Delta dump looks like. Right here you got your dump block. Right here, you're going to have your valve retainer. You're going to have your backup O-ring and your front O-ring. You're going to have your pin spring and cup. You're going to have your pin spring. You're going to have your pin itself right here. You're going to have your dowel pin. Your secondary spring, which this guy goes inside the actual shaft. And then right here is going to be your main O-ring. This is going to be the shaft. This is going to be your backup cap. That's going to be your solenoid. And that right here is just going to be a solenoid cover. And your retainer nut, or just your nut itself to hold the whole cartridge and solenoid onto the cartridge. So it's very simple. When you pull it apart, you're not going to technically see all this right away. This is all inside of the actual cartridge. So what you'll see is just really that right there. Now I don't want to go crazy too far in depth on this because it's really, I don't want to make it complicated. It's a very simple process. Free flow, oil return is down. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on a 2-pump setup, or a front backside side setup, or even just a single pump with 2 dumps on. I'll show you guys right now. This setup right here is our most commonly sold, our most common setup itself is going to be the 2-pump, which obviously I'm missing the second pump here, but this is 1 pump here with the 2 dumps attached to the top, and this is going to be a front back side to side setup. This is going to be your main pressure. This side is going to be your return side. Right here you're going to have your 2 check valve here and a check valve here off of your main T. Then you have your dump and your dump. What I'm going to show you here is how to pull this guy apart without having to take it out of your car itself. I know some of you guys are going to have to take it out of your car in order for you guys to get this apart, but I'm going to show you, if you guys have the opportunity to leave it in the car, you guys can do it very easily without a whole bunch of work. That's obviously if you're not limited to space on pulling the dump out. So, single pump with 2 dumps on it. I'm going to show you guys just the basic tools you guys are going to need. You're going to need yourself. We're going to use all electric drills here, or electric impacts. You guys could use regular standard ratchets, but the top nut right here, those guys are 3/4. So we got our 3/4 set up on our Makita. Then I also got our other Makita impact set up with a 28mm, and that's going to take off the main cartridge itself. A few little picks to take off the O-ring, and obviously the O-ring itself. As far as the O-rings, we do offer these guys on the website right here, and it's going to be a very simple kit. It's 3 O-rings to rebuild the Delta dump, and very simple. I'm going to show you guys right now how to do it. So starting off by removing, well, first off, I guess we got to start with this. If you guys are leaving the pump in the car itself, make sure at this point right now that your guys' car is on level surface all the way down, so no more pressure in it. Once you release the pressure, hold down the front and rear switch for about a second or 2 extra. Once all the pressure in the oil has been released, then you're going to pull your quick disconnect. Your quick disconnect is going to be your ground, either going to be under your front seat or in your trunk. Make sure you pull that guy. You don't want to have any active power available to shock yourself, anything like that. Also, make sure you pull off any jewelry, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and stuff like that. So make sure you guys start off with that. You always got to be safe while you're doing this. The car doesn't necessarily have to be jacked up or anything like that. If it is, don't worry about it. Realistically, all you got to do is release all the pressure out of the pump and out of the lines. I'm going to show you guys on here real quick, because this is just a dummy pump. I'm going to show you guys on the Delta dump itself. You're going to have 2 wires. The 2 wires, doesn't matter which one's which. One's going to be negative, one's going to be positive. Polarity does not matter in this case right here. So 1 positive, 1 negative. And when I mean negative, I mean ground. And when I mean positive, it's going to actually go to your switch, and this is going to be what controls the down on your switch. So with that being said, if they are connected at this time, you're going to want to disconnect the wires for your dumps. Then once those are disconnected, then you can go and pull off the 2 3/4 nuts on here. So again, I'm going to grab my Makita, pull those 2 off. At this point, you're going to remove the 2 dump covers, and again, because this pump is a dummy, you're not going to see any of the cartridges, but I'll show you guys on the brand new Delta here. Once you remove it, this is going to slide right off. So once you remove the wires, the dump cap, this will slide right off. Now at this point, you can pretty much set these down out of the way. If your wires are long enough and you can remove this without cutting the wires, then you guys could just pull these down, put them out of the way for now, and then going to take off the backup caps, and this is where the big gun comes in. Now, I recommend using, let's see if I can show you guys this. That is a 28mm. 28mm on an impact or electric impact is going to be your best bet here. Trying to get these guys out with the crescent is a little hard, and you tend to round them off. So impact itself, or if you don't have that, use the actual wrench. Got that 28. Once you go and release that, you might have a little oil dripping from here. It's going to be the residue of what's left in the line and in your dump. So I recommend before you remove this, put a few rags underneath here. Let's get that out. Let's get out the second one. These are your cartridges right here, and this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna have your main O-ring up on top. You're gonna have your two lower O-rings, and these are gonna be smaller than the top one. So obviously when you guys get the package, you'll know the bigger one goes on top, the two smaller ones on the bottom. The white Teflon is gonna be your backup. Make sure that one goes to the bottom side of the dump, and this is the top, this is the bottom, so make sure it goes to down here. All right, so I'm gonna move this pump out of the way. We're gonna focus on just the pieces that got removed from the pump itself. Two nuts, bottom cap, main cap, two cartridges. From here, this is where you're gonna use the pick. And I got two different picks. I got a little hook pick and just a straight pick, if you guys can see that. Normally these are fairly simple to pull off. Pull your O-ring off like this. I normally put it off to the side. Your bottom one is gonna be a split. So you're gonna see the O-ring. This is not broken. This is meant to be like that. This is a split, this is a backup. Now your rubber ones are gonna be solid, so those should be complete circles. And just like that. So once you get to that point where all the O-rings are removed, you're gonna wanna grab yourself a microfiber rag. I like using some parts cleaner, some brake cleaner, carb spray. Blow out anything that's in here, and any of these little holes right here, blow it all out, remove any debris. Double check, make sure that that little hole inside there is not plugged or contaminated. If it is, go ahead and try to get a pick and pull that out. Again, just wipe it all up and get yourself a rag, clean it, some parts cleaner. Just make sure it's nice and clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this up. Now obviously this is a brand new dump, so we're not gonna have anything, no debris or anything in here, but just kind of show you guys the process of how this whole thing is gonna lay out step by step. So I'll go ahead and inspect all these little holes, make sure there's no debris, no Teflon. A lot of times when you put Teflon on backwards, it will shed off as you tighten it, so you'll see Teflon into these holes, or a lot of times you'll see debris from the gear, shaving, which is normal. It's not, you know, unfortunately these are high pressure pumps that do break down the road, so maintenance is key in this point. So now I'll go ahead and grab the O-ring kit. Again, we offer these on the website, www.hopplesonline.com. If you type in dump O-ring kit, this will be the number one that pops up. There you guys go. Pull this out of the baggie here. We'll show you. I got our old one set up to the side here so I don't mix them up. Make sure you're doing this in a clean environment. If you got any metal dust and stuff, make sure you wipe all that away first. We'll go ahead and roll on the first O-ring. And this one's normally the harder one because it's a little stiffer. There you go. Got that guy replaced on there. I'll go ahead and do the black little one on the bottom side. You're just gonna roll it over. You don't want to stretch the O-rings. You want to just put it on there and roll it on. That way you don't have any issues of the O-ring losing its shape. Same thing with the split O-ring. This is the one that has, see that little split in the O-ring? I found it best to just start one side like this and hold it with one finger and just roll this guy around. And you're gonna wanna make sure that the splits line up. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but make sure that those splits line up and they're not overlapping each other the wrong way. So once you guys go ahead and do that, we're pretty much done. We're on the home stretch now. And obviously for this video and for the video's sake and not making a 45-minute long video on 3 O-rings, I'm just gonna do one for you guys. If you guys have 2 that are going out, obviously just replace both of them. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to put this back in. Dump cartridge. I'm gonna start off by cleaning it by hand. Another thing too is make sure you guys are inspecting the inside of the dump. Make sure there's no O-rings, shavings. Don't make sure there's no Teflon stuck in here. If there is, go ahead and wipe that out, take it out. Start these guys by hand so you don't cross thread them. Hit it with your Makita. I always recommend my Makita on my 28. Boom, that fast. 2 caps. At this point, you're gonna put your solenoid back on. So back on here, back on here. Obviously this is a dummy pump, so we're just gonna act like we're putting them on, and then we're gonna put our dump covers back on as well. And then we're gonna grab our 3/4 inch hex nut, screw that guy back on. Now on these, you don't want to over tighten them. It's very possible to strip them. Obviously I've been doing this for a long time, so I will use an impact on this to put them back on, but I would recommend using a ratchet wrench or even just a crescent wrench. But I normally give it 1 ugga lugga. That's it. Just double check, make sure they're tight. They're tight. Then at this point, your 2 wires that we had talked about, you're gonna want to plug those guys back in. So plug it into this dump, plug it into that dump, vice versa. It will matter on which one goes where, because depending on how you have your switches wired. So make sure when you guys did remove them, you guys make sure that you guys are labeling them as well. It's kind of something I forgot to mention. But it is that simple, guys. That is a Delta Dump O-ring rebuild. So there you go. It's that simple, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't seen any of the videos on how to assemble front, back, side to side, how to assemble front, back, corner, corner, we also have videos on how to do square dump rebuilds, and we also have videos, I think, oh no, we do, on solenoids. So make sure you guys go see those. We're gonna try to get back into the how-to tech stuff a little bit stronger. Whatever you guys are missing, now drop a comment down below. Make sure you guys are putting in what you guys would like to see. Now, remind you guys, we don't do installs anymore, so don't put a comment down there that says, can I see an install on a fuel pump on a 1978 Thunderbird with a LS swap and a 4.9, but the 4.9's been shortened 2.5 inches, and you know, one has a wire wheel and the other one has a stock, but I want to see the gear ratio. Guys, we're not going to be that specific. I get DMs and messages like that all the time. We cannot do that. We cannot. We physically have to have a car here to do how-tos and stuff like that, and we don't take in any more cars. So anything that's hydraulic related as far as like tech. Once again, guys, thank you guys for always liking, sharing, subscribing. Make sure you guys share this video. Let's pass on the knowledge. Let's keep growing our community. Let's keep growing our industry. Go ahead and send this video over to your buddy that needs a little bit of help, even just a refresher. Now, this video might not be for everybody. People might know how to do this already, but for the people that have purchased our kits and need a little extra help, we're here for you guys. So if you guys still get stuck on this, make sure you guys shoot us an email at hotpos909@gmail.com. That's our best way to get contact with us. Also, you guys know, you guys can always shoot me a DM on IG. I'm very, very active on there. Same thing, drop a comment down below as well. So thank you guys for always liking, sharing, subscribing. We'll see you guys on the next one.